Welcome everyone to this session on Python variables. Think of a variable as a labeled container or a digital storage box where we keep pieces of information to use later. A great feature of Python is its simplicity. You don't need to explicitly state what kind of data you are storing because Python figures it out automatically the moment you assign a value. Today we will take a deep dive on Python variables and we will end today's session with a short quiz. So let's get started here. So here the Python variables. Firstly, let's look at some basic code. In these examples, we are storing the number 5 in the variable x and the name Samantha in the variable name. When we use the print command, we are printing what is in the x, which is 5. And if we print the name, we are printing the name Samantha. So output here. Rules for naming variables. To use variables correctly, you have to follow a few simple naming rules. You can use letters, numbers, and underscores, but you can never start a name with a number. Also, keep in mind that capitalization matters. So, here, my VAR and my VAR are different in here. Finally, avoid using special keywords like if, else, and for because Python already uses it for its own instructions. Below listed variables are valid. Here are examples of names that work perfectly. They are clear, follow all the rules, and often use underscore, like in total score here, to make them easier to read. Below listed variable names are invalid. On the other hand, these names will cause errors. You cannot start with a digit, use reserved words like class, or include hyphens in your variable names. Assigning values to variables. Now let's focus on the different ways we can put information into these variables. Basic assignment. Variables in Python are assigned values using the operator. The most common way to assign a value is by using the equal to sign. This works the same way whether you are storing the whole number, a decimal, or a place of text. Dynamic typing. Python is very flexible because it uses dynamic typing. This means a single variable can change start as a number and later be changed to hold on a sentence without any issues. There are also ways to set up more than one variable at the same time to make your code more efficient. If you need several variables to start with the same value, you can set them all once with a single line. This is a great way to initialize multiple variables quickly. You can also assign different values to different variables simultaneously. This keeps your code short and easy to scan. To really master Python, it helps to understand how it manages these variables behind the scenes using object references. When you write x is equal to 5, Python actually executes a 5 object in its memory and points the label x towards it. If you then set y is equal to x, Python doesn't make a second 5. Instead, both the x and the y labels point to the same original object. This is called a shared reference. Now, if we write x is equal to peppermint, Python creates a new object for the value peppermint and makes x reference this new object. Notice that y remains unchanged and still points to the number 5. If we eventually move y to a new object as well, the original phi object will have no labels left. Python will then automatically remove it to save memory, a process known as garbage collection. Now let's look at how to check what kind of data a variable holds and how to change its format. You can use the type function to see if a variable is a number or a text. If you need to convert data, for example, turning a decimal into the whole number, you can use casting functions like integer, float, and string. There are times when you want to remove a variable completely from your program. Using the delete keyword deletes the variable and frees up memory. If you try to use that variable again after deleting it, Python will show a name error because the label no longer exists because you deleted it. Now let's finish with a couple of useful ways these concepts are applied to real coding. A classic task is swapping the variables of two variables. Using in Python, you can do this in one simple line without meeting a third temporary variable, which is much easier than in many other programs languages. Finally, you can store the results of operation in variables. For example, you can calculate the length of the word by len word and save the number in the variable to use later in your work. Thank you. Now we will start with the practical examples. So the first exercise we will going to make is AI identity card. So now we need for an AI identity card we need to print the bot name, which I will keep it Nova. Now we will print its version. It's 1.0 for me. Now we will print its power level to show how much strong this bot is. This bot is 95. Now here we will assign the status variable and keep it 1. Then we will change the status online and put it on online. Notice what happened here at the status variable. First I gave it a number, but then I immediately gave it a word. This is dynamic typing. If you say in Python, you don't have to lock a variable into one type of data. It adapts to whatever you give it last on the fly. Now we will print using a format string bot colon. Here we will give the bracket bot name. Then we will give a slash straight slash. Then we will write the status colon status pow. Now we will do version colon version. Now we will print all these characters. Also we will print an extra new line. Now we will run this file. Here we get the bot name, which is Nova. Here we get the status, which is online, and we give the version of it, which is 1.0. All these variables are assigned to their according names. Here also I typed a number instead of the word so that it can adapt, and we can print the things by these brackets using this. So let's move on to the second exercise. The second exercise is the second exercise is hero's backpack. In here we are going to we are going to give a variable item name. Now we will give the item name something health potion because every hero needs it. Now we will give item count variable to see how many health potion he has. He has 3 health potions. Now we will give a variable of x, y and z at the same time, and we will assign it accordingly 10, 20 and 30. Means x is 10, y is 20, z is 30, like that. Now here we will write left hand. We will give a left hand variable which is going to be sword. Now we will give a right hand variable which is going to be shield. Now we will print with the format string before swap left equal. You can copy after me if you want to. Now you will assign a variable left hand, not assign, we will use the variable, and then the right hand. Now what we will do in this, we will swap the variables which is equal to right hand comma left hand. Now okay, Clo- pay close attention to this line right here. In most programming languages, if you wanted to swap two values, you would have to create third temporary variable to hold one item so that it doesn't get erased. But in Python, we can just say left is right and then right is left. Python looks at the entire right side first. Remember those values and then assign them to the left one all at once. It is called tuple unpacking if you know. But you can just think of it as Pythonic swap. It's cleaner, faster and much harder to mess up. Now here we will print one more thing. After swap, remember to give format. Here left is left hand, right is right hand. Now we will print it on a new line just in case. Here. Now we will run this code and check if any errors are there. There are no errors. So before swap, here we have did left hand is equal to sword and right hand is equal to shield. So here the same thing is there, left is equal to sword, right is equal to shield. Now after the swap, I give this command, here we printed it again. After swap we got left is equal to shield, right is equal to sword. Since these interchanged each other, they are called as swapping variables. Now we will do a third exercise which is also simple, not much easy, not much hard. Social media profile. Now here we will name a variable name as username. Here in username you can type your own name, anything. I will type Neelam. Now in Neelam I will give another variable of followers and I will make it as 500. Now now I will make a original bio variable which is basically the code in which you are going to do in there. Here hello world. Now we will do current bio variable is equal to original bio. Since current bio is equal to original bio, then original bio should be hello world. So current bio also can be hello world. Also, even though we have two names, original bio, current bio, here the same thing is printing here, hello world. It's in the computer's memory. So now we will reassign current bio is equal to we will write something like coding is life. Now we have gave current bio another thing. Now first we give it original bio, then we give it coding is life, like that. Now we will print with the format string original is equal to original bio, and then another print statement with the same format string current colon equal to current bio. Now we will try printing them. Here already we print them, so we'll print it. Original was hello world and current was coding is life. So what we done in this project, social media profile, we created a username named Neelam. We gave it 500 followers. Now in this original bio, we wrote a message in the follower thing, profile thing. So original bio, we gave it hello world, and we made a current bio variable and gave it original bio as it is. So current bio should also be hello world. If I delete this line, for example, you would get here print current bio. Sorry, if you delete this line right here, then you would get this code. So current is original is also hello world, current is also hello world. But if you add this line, you reassign current bio to this thing coding is life, then you will get coding is life on the second one. That's how you can reassign variables. And you can next you can actually delete variables, but first let's work on the followers thing, because we haven't done to the thing followers text. We will add a variable and we will make it a string. Why? Because if I try to add a number 500 to a sentence, Python would get confused and throw an error. This is because Python treats numbers like oil and water. Since oil and water doesn't mix, we need to keep it typecasting so we can convert it into another one and print it out safely. That is why we have make this string. Now we can now print follower count here plus followers text. Now here when once we run this code, we will get follower count is 500. For example, if you change this and made this 10,000, meaning 100,000, then you will get follower count 100,000. If you keep it 10 followers, for now I will leave it 500. So you have 500 follower right here. Now we need to delete the variable. We need to delete the username. Now we are going to leave the account, delete the account one day. So we are going to delete the username. For that you are going to type del username. It is simple. Finally we use the delete function. This doesn't just hide the variables or does anything. It directly deletes the label entirely from local, global, anything. Once that label is gone, Python's garbage collector thinks sees the data and keeps it in the garbage bin. Wipes out from the memory, I mean. Now, since we have done delete username, we will try to print the username one more time. Print username. But this will not happen this time because name username is not defined. Because we just deleted it, the username name is not defined. And since we can't print the username after this code. So, if you enjoyed this video, you can like, share and subscribe. And if you have some doubts, you can comment in this video. Here is the link to the quiz. I will give it in the description box below. Thanks for watching.